Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now we sitting around, we doing what we supposed to do, which means social distancing, right? We ain't out there too much unless we gotta. You know what I mean? So, you be watching old sporting events if you're in the sport, or in this case, old boxing events. So, after further review, Andre Ward's win over Carl Froch and winning the Super Six tournament was nothing less than phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, Andre Ward, for those who don't know him, light heavyweight boxer, actually super middleweight most of his career, but towards the end, light heavyweight when he beat Kovalev and Sullivan Barrera, undefeated Cuban, by the way. Retired undefeated by 32-0, if I'm not mistaken, with 16 knockouts, something like that. And for those who don't understand what winning the Super Six tournament was, it's similar to the WBSS tournament that we have nowadays, but that people are not into because at the end of those tournaments, we find out who the very best is. So we've talked about it many times. Boxing doesn't really like to know who the very best is. We like to just put people on that pedestal and just say that's them. And then if anybody's close to them or wants to fight them, then it's like who's the other guy fought. Well, these tournaments mean no, the very best, the top eight in the tournament get in it to find out who the very best is. At the beginning of that tournament, Andre Ward wasn't really invited to the tournament. Barely got in it to mess around and win it. Now this tournament has some people in it. I'm talking about Jermaine Taylor, talking about Arthur Abraham. For people who don't know who that is, a two division weight champion. Remember, Jermaine Taylor was the last undisputed middleweight champion. Carl Froch, Michael Ketzler, and I'm Darrell. I'm probably forgetting one of them. Some just the best of the best. Andre Ward was not the guy who we thought was going to win that tournament when it started, even though he is an American gold medalist, the last one we had. So yeah, I went back and watched the fight. Just to say, hey man, him and Carl Froch in the final of this Super Six tournament. Man, let me tell you something. He won pretty much. He beat the hell out of Carl Froch. Really. And the Carl Froch is all that. And I like Carl. Let me say, make sure this is clear. I like me some Carl Froch. Even though Carl Froch can get on your nerves. Carl Froch, I'm going for Carl Froch against George Groves. Right? And George Groves was irking Carl Froch. And I was mad at Carl Froch for, man, thinking that George Groves got to come and respect you before he fights you. He's trying to beat you up. He ain't supposed to give you too much respect, not before the fight. Right? And Carl Froch is all uppity, high nose, like he's supposed to be respecting you. But even though I thought Carl Froch was wrong leading up to the George Groves fight, I still wanted Carl Froch to win. I like me some Carl Froch. Carl Froch is very similar to Deontay Wilder in that we're going to be unorthodox, right? And I don't know how we're going to be winning. Carl Froch keeps his hands down, you know what I'm saying, most of the time. But he gonna pull out some fights towards the end, like Jermaine Taylor, 14 seconds left in the whole fight, losing, and come back. Just a lot of heart, a lot of got a good chin. Everything's not orthodox and how it's supposed to be, but he still figures out how to win. That's very similar to Deontay Wilder. A lot of fighters, especially a few guys from England, from Britain, that were like that I liked. If it's Herbie Hyde, little old heavyweight, coming forward, even though he was little heavyweight, coming forward, trying to knock people out in the unorthodox while he's doing it, not too defensive responsible, right? Just but got his chin up, right? But he's coming at you, so we ain't really worried about what's going on with his chin. Herbie Hyde was like that. Chris Eubank Jr., Senior, excuse me. Mr. Swag himself. Well, the other dude I'm about to mention, but Swag, top two swags in all time when you're talking about about Britain. Chris Eubank Senior coming there, it ain't orthodox, but he gonna get you some kind of way, right? Prince Nassim Hamed. That's one of my favorite fighters ever. Prince Nassim Hamed is in my top 5, 6 fighters I like to watch over the years because that's just swag from another galaxy. His swagger, right? And you gonna be missing it, make you miss or whatever, but has his hands down, but coming with some hard shots, super hard shots, make you want to watch the itty bitty boxers because of how Prince Nassim did it. But unorthodox. Shoot, my favorite fighter of all time, Roy Jones Jr., is not the most orthodox guy in the world. I got cat like reflexes. Pow! All of a sudden, wait, man, wait, we just said ding. What you mean, pow already? That's Roy Jones, man. So it's a lot of, unorthodox guys. And I always kind of gravitate to those guys, that are kind of unorthodox or people just not giving them their due when it comes to sport, period. Most of the people that I like, just people that were kind of like way better than what people were saying they were. If it's Lennox Lewis, if it's Hakeem Olajuwon, if it's Monica Seles, the only person I liked who gets their just due that I'm really a fan of is probably Roger Federer. I don't think Roger Federer even got haters. Does Roger Federer even have haters? Roger Federer's just awesome and don't have haters. It's probably one of the rare athletes that are like that. Most of the time, somebody's that awesome. We like, man, well, he ain't all that. You know what I mean? Or in my case, those people like an Hakeem Olajuwon, you hear all these other sinners' names before him like they did something better than he did. And it's like, what was not supposed to believe our eyes and statistics, and I'm watching what I'm watching? This is the baddest dude I ever seen. I don't know what y'all talking about, right? So stuff like that. So I ain't against no Carl Froch. But Carl Froch, when he's lined up, he was talking a lot of smack to Andre Ward before because Carl Froch was the favorite. Well, probably not when the fight really happened because you got to imagine Andre Ward was just coming off beating Mikael Kessler, and it wasn't hard to do. He beat him pretty comfortably. But anyway, Andre Ward is not the puncher in this fight. That's Carl Froch. But Ward comes out in round one and starts front footing Carl Froch. Right, round one. And that was pretty good. Round two, he was taking the fight on the inside. Here's a guy who can punch. So what are you doing? You're trying to get on the inside of this guy, right? And you're thinking to yourself, well, he's not good at inside fighting, and he keeps his chin up when he's backing up. So you get on the inside and you throw left hooks on the way out. So Andre Ward, was dominant round two and three, right? And Virgil Hunter over there in the corner should be trainer of the year. I'm not sure if he got trainer of the year in 2011, 2012, but if he didn't, he should have because he was in charge of Andre Ward, who was handling his business. And anyway, so you got Andre Ward coming in, and by round four, he still he's got Carl Froch backing up and keeping him on the inside of those punches that Carl Froch wanted to do because he wants to extend, similar to what Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. And, wants to extend, and get some distance between them. No, he get up at the inside and make them fight on the inside. So what happens is Carl Froch, he's like, shoot, man, well, I'm gonna have to do something around here because it's getting to be really really ridiculous around round four. Because he just couldn't win any of the things. He was going to the Carl Froch's body because Andre Ward said anyway that he thinks Europeans are really back then that they're vulnerable to the body, and so he was doing a lot of body work. Um, and it was just awesome. I didn't think that Carl Froch was in the round until round five, right? And because he looked better in round five. Now I was watching the British feed. I think they gave him round five, but I just knew at that point, when you win four on the trot, four in a row, then if the other fighter looks decent or looks better, you're gonna probably give them sympathy rounds. But I don't even think that Carl Froch run round five either. To be honest, I did round five and round nine were the only ones that were questionable, unless you want to give him the last round, round 12, because he was being the aggressor in round 12. But round five and round nine were the ones that were close. But I didn't see Carl really winning those. But I mean, if you could give it to him, you could. But it was just a masterful, masterful performance from your boy Andre Ward. It was something to behold. Go back and check it out, because you're just looking at him, like, man, he was really frustrating Carl Froch. And you got to understand that Carl Froch at this time was the man. You know what I mean? It was the man. I'm not sure if he had lost one fight early in his career before that, but he was definitely the man. Not more than one loss. So it was a pretty dominant performance. One judge gave it 118, 110, which was uh, what it should have been. He had two judges judging 115, 113, and that was absurd. Absurd. Fight wasn't close at all. And so bottom line is he beat the hell out of Carl Froch and won the Super Six tournament without even a close fight. And it's just letting you know that a fighter like this, like a fighter like this, we missed. He was pound number one for about a year and a half, and he should have been early in that. Right after Floyd Mayweather finished his career, retired, this was pound number one, and we were doing it reluctantly, and we shouldn't have been. You were watching something great because if you're looking at how to you go into the Carl Froch, you're left-handed, right? But you're in the orthodox stance, so you're using your strong left hand to go forward, right? And when you go forward, it was just really a simple thing. You go forward. If whatever happens, you're inside of Carl Froch's right hand, but he was still bringing it up. And when he went forward, he had the earmuff up, but he was going forward and would still bring this up, which means he's covered up. His defense is impeccable. Even though he got pieced up, he got hit a few times, but he had great defense anyway. And that's Andre Ward. I mean, we understand the quickness and the movement if he has to, but Andre Ward took it to the chest of Carl Froch and Kessler, by the way. But for that, right? And then you fast forward to some of the statements of your boy Carl Froch in the years after. People don't like his style. His style. What is his style? He got a style. What if he would have danced away from you? Would that have been better? Right? Took it to your chest. And we sitting here talking about people don't like his style. What kind of style? And he's gonna start mentioning Mickey Ward and your boy, I forget, what's my boy name, man? I think of but Mickey Ward against your boy, the main fight where they just make the rock'em sock'em robots, right? We're talking about that fight. That's the kind of fight you like to watch as a boxer. So as a boxer, you're not talking about hitting and don't get hit or having a game plan to neutralize the other's game plan. That's what you don't like, right? But in America, you enabled a person to say America doesn't want to pay to see Andre Ward fight, right? Because America's that way. So other fighters will be able to say, well, he doesn't have a good deal. His pay-per-view is not up and all this, right? A guy that's winning like that. Turn it around, if Andre Ward was British, he'd be a megastar. Period. No matter what style. You used to talk about all kind of styles, right? But you're going to be a megastar because they're going to be behind you. Andre Ward, gold medalist, won the gold, last one. America don't win no more gold medals unless you're talking about the 70s. You got to bring up people like Sugar Ray Leonard and stuff like that, Leon Spinks and stuff, right? Because if not, you ain't none. Your boy Andre Ward was the last one. He should have been famous because of that. He's fighting and winning a tournament like that. Then Chad Dawson, Kovalev, all the other stuff he did, stuff he wasn't supposed to do. Wanted Golovkin. Golovkin, they left him alone. Remember what Golovkin said about Andre Ward when asked about Andre Ward? He made that techno song that we talked about? No, not right now. He's too much. No, not right now. He's too much. No, not right now. He's too much. Yo, no, not right now. He's too much. Remember that? Ridiculous. An absolute phenomenal boxer, and it was phenomenal to watch him win that tournament like that. So just, like I said before, after further review, Andre Ward's win over Carl Froch was nothing less than phenomenal, and awesome. Y'all go check that out. Dome Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.